building a home arcade or game room, every so often you'll come across something that's just a little bit different that you definitely want to add to the experience, if the price is right. And that's why today I would like to share with you guys the newest addition to my home arcade / game room, Plinko. For those of you who may not know, Plinko was one of the many different games you could play on The Price is Right, a very popular game show that's been on the air for decades and is still on the air today. And while the different challenges on the show all had their own fans, Plinko always seemed to be the one that stood out above the rest. So it's no surprise that they eventually decided to release a home version of the game for people to play. I'm just surprised it took them this long to do it. Unlike the massive board you see on the show, this one's only about 3.5 feet tall, so you won't have to be climbing any stairs if you want to play. It comes in two main pieces, the top half and the bottom half, which connects right across the middle and is held together by two smaller pieces that you screw in from the back. And the bottom half comes with legs that fold in and out, allowing it to stand up properly. Now what makes this product so special is that it comes with a sensor bar that has reacting lights and sound effects. When you first power it on, it plays the first few seconds of the iconic Price is Right theme music. And as you play the game and your Plinko chip drops down into one of the slots at the bottom, depending on which slot it enters, it will play a specific sound effect. If your Plinko chip hits the $100, $500, or $1,000 slot, it will play a generic fanfare that sounds kinda similar to the Price is Right theme, but I think this is just a generic music piece, and honestly, I kinda wish they would've just went with a simple ding sound effect from the show. I think that would have been at least more authentic. If you happen to get one of the two $0 slots, then you will be blessed with the sound of the fail horn that every single person who lost a game on The Price is Right got to hear. But if you could pull off the big one and land in that coveted $10,000 slot, then you will get to hear the celebratory bells that all of The Price is Right's greatest champions got to celebrate too. That's what I think really sells this product. Having the theme music and the sound effects that you hear in the show as a part of the product makes it feel just a little more special. There are plenty of generic versions of the prize wall style game that you can find on Amazon or Walmart or wherever it is you buy your arcade stuff from. But this is Plinko. It's got the name on it and everything. So, how do you play Plinko? How does this game work? You do that. Now let's talk about the Plinko chips for just a second. They feel pretty good, and I think they're at a decent enough size considering the size of the actual Plinko wall back here, but I don't really understand why they send you 20 of these. The actual directions for the game tell you that after you take your turn and your Plinko chip has dropped into its slot, that you need to remove the chip from the slot before you drop another one. I think that multiple slots with chips in them throws the sensor off, so it may play the wrong sound effect or detect that the wrong slot has been occupied. So yeah, I don't understand why you would need a grand total of 20 Plinko chips if it's not going to be able to handle having more than one in a slot. Which then makes you wonder why they would decide to have half of the chips be pink and half of the chips be blue if you can only play one of them at a time. All I can figure is that they probably assumed that this is primarily going to be played by kids, so they made pink ones for the girls and blue ones for the boys. If I remember correctly, the ones from the show were either dark pink or purple, so these pink ones here will probably be the ones that I use for the most part. And there you have it, that's Plinko. The beauty is in the simplicity. You take your chip, you drop it, and you win whichever prize your chip lands in. Unfortunately, it just doesn't pay out like in the real version. What do you guys think? Is Plinko the type of game you would like to have in your home arcade / game room? Are there any other Price is Right games that you would like to see get a home release like this? Thanks for watching this video, I really appreciate it. If you want to support my channel, then subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and be sure to hit that like button. Now, I'm going to go make sure that all of my pets are spayed or neutered because I don't want the ghost of Bob Barker coming to haunt me in my sleep.